Guys, today I'm going to introduce you to PEMDAS, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So over here I have multiplication and division and addition and subtraction in brackets. I'm going to explain why. So what this means is there is an order of operations in mathematics. And the reason you do that is because if you don't follow the order of operations, the problem might show up with a different answer. So you have to follow the order of operations in order to get the correct answer. And for some of us who already struggle with math, if we don't follow the correct order of operations, then it's going to be even harder for us. So the first thing we need to follow is parentheses. Parentheses and exponents you guys won't see until 6th, maybe even 7th grade. That depends on where you are. The parentheses are these little things on the outside. So if you see a number in parentheses, you're going to do that first. So then if you see a number with an exponent, that little number at the top, you guys have seen it. I'm sure you haven't used it yet. So that can be any number, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and even like you add them later, it gets really crazy. So if you see an exponent, that's going to come next. Next, you're going to have multiplication or division. And this is the reason I have it in brackets over here. So multiplication and division come next after parentheses and exponents in whatever order that they are. So if you're doing 3 plus 4 times 2, you're going to do times 2 first. But if you had divided by 1, you would do this one, and then you would do this one. You wouldn't do division then multiplication. If you had division first and multiplication first, you still do division then multiplication. So right here you have a little flexibility. So whichever one comes first, you do. It's not going to make any difference. And then the same thing goes with addition and subtraction. So whatever order those come in, you do in whatever order they're in. So I'm going to show you an example of why it's really important to follow the order of operations. And you guys are just going to start getting introduced to this, but I want you to be aware of it because by the end of the year, you will have something in the test about this. And I just want to make sure that you're not completely confused when you see it. So if I have 4 plus 5 times 2, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to think, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And whenever I would take a test in junior high and high school, and including 6th grade, I would write PEMDAS at the top so that I remembered which order to do it. Believe it or not, it helps. So that means I'm going to do my multiplication first. So 5 times 2, 5, 10, 10. I'm going to carry down my 4 over here. And I'm going to add 4 plus 10. That's going to be 14. If I did this a different way, so if I didn't use the correct order of operations and I just did it in whatever order they're in, so if I did 4 plus 5, I would get 9. Then I would have 9 times 2. And of course, it's going to be a completely different answer. So if you guys remember the 9 finger trick, then you do 1, 2. That's a tens place and 8. So 18 is the answer. And as you can see, 18 and 14 are very, very, very different answers. So I'm not sure if you're starting on it yet. I know you'll be doing it by the end of the year. It's something you need to learn. So I want to introduce it to you now. So when we finally do some problems, you're going to be like, no, I saw that. I remember that, Miss Bernard. So 14 and 18, very different answers, right? 4 away from each other. So what's really important here is that the longer the problem gets, and trust me, they get really long. Get into algebra, you're going to have long, long, long problems. So it's really important to remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, or parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, or PEMDAS. So there's multiple ways you can remember it. You can come up with your own gimmick to remember that, okay? You don't have to use, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. It's just tried and true, and it's been around for a long time. So if you have any questions on this while you're doing any problems, I will be giving you some problems pretty soon. Let me know. All right, and I'll see you next time.